Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Aries. If Aries is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so our card tonight is the Princess of Cups. Okay, and let's see what these tea leaves have to say tonight. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. It's the full moon tonight, full moon in Scorpio. It's been a very emotional one over here for me. It really has. Okay, so I want to look at these formations first. We have, it looks like two people. We have a heart above them. It feels romantic. I'm sorry, but it does. I know some of you are just like, I don't want to hear about romance. Get it out of here. And I don't blame you. But okay, it could be romance. It could be like, some kind of relationship with a family member, a parent, a child. But it does feel romantic. And each one of these does. These two, it looks like kind of being held and dipped down. This one feels like, being like dancing together. And I feel like there's this feeling of, for sure wanting for, kind of it to be swept away. Swept off your feet, right? Just absolutely taken by somebody. And maybe you're somebody that really likes kind of romantic things, and maybe you read like romance novels and watch, rom-coms and romantic dramas, and it's something that you just you're romantic, but I do think that this could be that there's maybe a desire for your existing relationship to kind of go back to that honeymoon phase, or maybe you are dating somebody and you kind of really want to up this romantic courtship, because I feel like you are somebody who, views life as kind of a romantic experience in general. And so, I feel like you feel like you're at your best, I can imagine you even saying, life is so much better when I'm in love, right? My best work is done when I'm in love, So yes, I feel there is really, it's in the air. Well, we're in spring or fall if you're in the southern hemisphere, which to me is even more romantic than spring, because in fall it's like you're getting all ready to kind of cuddle up and be in your nest together for the cold months. And so I look at this and I feel like, you're maybe going through one of these transitional seasons, right? And really into that that coupling, finding that pizzazz in your life. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a bit of a romantic myself. but I'm also pretty moody. So it doesn't last for too long with me. I'm also just I'm a sucker for just the mundane things of life running well. Nothing more romantic to me than having a partner who, can be like ultra domestic with you. And thankfully, shout out to Dove and Serpent Tarot over there. My husband, I was gonna say my husband, Paul, excellent tarot reader. Go check him out. Also excellent husband. Amazing. So let's see. What else do we have going on? What's going on that's not about this romance? We have a dog right here. Okay. We also have, it looks like Anubis. We have that jackal head right here. And kind of sitting. We also have the dog up here. We have a 3. Okay, we're just there. More union. Look at this. There's a person here, almost looks like a beast, and then we have a person standing here, and in union, look, with the hearts. Oh my goodness. Behind them though, look, there looks like there's a beast up here with the ears and the eye and the mouth looking down on the situation. Ooh, I wonder if you have kind of a jealous ex, or maybe somebody else maybe if you're dating more than one person, or I don't know. It seems like there's almost kind of a, you've fallen in love with somebody else, and this other person is not happy about it. My goodness, Aries. You are busy over here. No, I'm kidding. It feels like there is kind of this conflict though. And maybe it's that you have an ex and you're just not on good terms, really. And it comes from a place of their jealousy, ultimately. And I don't know. They remind me of, like Beauty and the Beast. So I don't know what that means exactly, besides maybe their behavior can be kind of primal and sometimes maybe a little brutish. But I feel like in this other situation, there's happiness there, even so. The posture here reminds me of somebody who is like happily getting married, kind of like holding hands, looking at each other, and then we have, it looks like an eye and a nose and a mouth, and kind of just, I feel silly, a little bit happy, a little bit silly. I feel like I'm learning how much of a romantic you are today. Yeah, so let's see, what else do we have? The Anubis and the dog. So I almost am thinking that there is a sense of, I almost kind of wonder, it's like maybe your kids have grown up. We have a person with a child here. Maybe you're coming to a point in your life where the kids are getting older. Maybe they've left. Maybe they have their own families now. And there really is this feeling of, I finally am feeling like I can pursue my own private life. Finally. It's just like all these years you've been so busy with other people's things, you know, taking the kids places, the house. Maybe you've been married or in a long-term relationship, or maybe you've been, I don't know, been alone, but you've been giving yourself to all of these other things and your time, you know, like trying to fit in little moments to do self-care and to be alone for a few minutes, and but now it's like you've gotten into this place in your life where maybe you have a lot more time, and you want something, you want that love affair, you want that, that romantic whatever, like drama or it could be comedy, sweet comedy, but you're ready to kind of really invest yourself in these pursuits, and I think that you're pretty optimistic, although realistic, about things, but at the same time it's like nothing would make you happier to be in that place of just kind of blissfully in love. And so, I feel like this energy, and I'm thinking of the Anubis because I feel like it really is like kind of an end to the old things, the old way of life, and feeling like, and this is the big thing, I keep getting this feeling that it's like maybe I don't deserve to have all of that, or maybe it won't ever happen for me. It's just kind of, it's good enough, and things have been pretty good, and I've been, I've had some hardships, but I've also had a lot of blessings, and I have nothing to complain about, really. But I feel like you're just so over that. You're just so over, settling. And so this will be that time in your life where you really kind of go for it. You just absolutely, you want to go for it. You want to, have all of the things that maybe you've been dreaming of, or at least attempt, right? Attempt it. And yeah, maybe that is getting out there and dating. Maybe that is really focusing on your existing marriage or relationship and kind of spicing it up and doing some different things, and getting back to kind of courting each other once again, and having special time for yourself and for your love life, and I feel like it's almost kind of, it's like waking up in a new world all of a sudden. There's a little bit of excitement each day. Like, where is this day going to take me? I'm here to I'm here to enjoy as much as I can. I'm here to live my life and live it well, and make some mistakes and have some heartache and all of that, but also to look for the little joys in life, and sometimes to have a crush or fall in love, or whatever it is. And so I feel like there's just this kind of shift in it is a spiritual energy, but it's like a really kind of, and I don't like calling it just positive, because it's not just positive. It is energetic. It is just full of life. And I think it is. It's a big change from how things were even a month ago, 2 months ago. I feel like there's been just a period of time of trying to get through the days, trying to find a way you know, just to be at ease in a few moments here and there. And the rest has been like stressful and kind of melancholy and so worn out and busy, and you know, it's been a lot. There hasn't even been kind of a big thought about, you know, am I happy? What if I could be happy? What if I could not only be happy, but I could be ecstatic? I could be in love. I could be, you know, absolutely splendouring in these moments of bliss and so on. And I do. I don't know what the big shift has been, but there is this. It is like a supreme kind of virility and just that fiery creative energy flowing through you. And I just can't see you allowing yourself to miss this opportunity. I feel like this is what you have been hoping for. You have been, you know, doing whatever you can to kind of get out of, and it almost does. It feels like a bit of a rut, maybe a necessary slowdown in your life, you know, kind of getting through some things and trying to build back on your energy, and now you're there, you're ready to allow yourself some leisure and dalliance and excitement and enjoyment, and I'm happy to see that. Honestly, I really am. It makes me so happy when I see these kind of arcs in the readings, and I know there have been some tower moments for you, Aries, in the last like 2 years or so, and it felt very devastating. Like even like, I don't know, 6 months ago, 7 months, somewhere 6 months ago to a year ago, in the readings, just, you know, very kind of depleted. And I feel that it's all coming back together. You know, it's starting to, you're rebounding from the circumstances of things. And let's see, we also have, okay, so we have also a turtle here. So this is telling me it's good that there's this energy change. It's good. Everything's, you know, fantastic in that way, but also take time, right? Go slow with it. Allow yourself to experience it, to enjoy it, to feel it, and there's love here. To have a sense of kind of love and fulfillment, and to linger in it a little bit, you know. And even if there are moments where you feel kind of guilty, or it's a lot because you're used to giving so much of yourself all the time, there is a call to slowing it down, right? So we do. And it actually looks like we have 2 turtles. So go extra slow here. Okay, so we have, it looks like a dove. We have an arrow pointing upwards. Oh, volcano. Okay, so it's smoke coming off the volcano, and we have the number 2. Okay, so I feel like there is something where there was like some kind of drama brewing. There's a peace coming, okay? Kind of just agreeing to let it go, I think. It feels like it's probably in the private life, not like work or anything. It seems like maybe it could even be family, but I think it's just been something that was like ready to absolutely explode. But whatever happened, I feel like you really you decided to kind of reel in those emotions here and not go after this person or, you know, kind of butt heads with them. And so we do have that dove, that peace. And then we have the arrow going up. So it really does feel kind of like this, like this, you know, high vibrating energy, like really coming together and, okay. We're just gonna, we're going to lift the atmosphere here. We're going to, you know, go for not only peace, but enjoying each other, right? And making yourself do so. But going through the movements of it. And I feel like this really has, it's been part of, I think, this shift in energy. I think it has allowed you to kind of throw off some of the stressors, and also where you maybe are being reactionary when you're under a lot of stress. And so I feel like you absolutely have this energy of camaraderie and you know, kind of laughing and having fun. And so I almost wonder if it's like maybe a sibling or a close family member, a cousin or something, whom you're still close with, and just kind of agreeing to, let's just let this one go, right? And so that's a good feeling, definitely. I like that energy a lot. And so let's go ahead and do our little wild bohemian affirmation cards. And these are the fire element. I'm going to go ahead and just flip. There we go. Okay, flip through and stop where it feels right. Oops. Okay, it says, I am seer. Deeply relax into the limitless potential of your totality to receive clear destiny visions. Whew, okay, deeply relax into the limitless potential of your totality to receive clear destiny visions. All right. You are a seer. You are a seer. Well, that makes sense for an Aries. My best friend is an Aries, and she can see a thing a mile away, even when we were kids. And I hope she doesn't mind me talking about her. I do. I love her so much. She's like absolutely my family, forever and ever. But she just had such insights about people. Even when we were like in middle school and stuff, she just could read people really well and knew when somebody was on some BS or, you know, they were weird, like not in a fun way, like on some weirdo stuff. And like, I always thought she was like profoundly psychically gifted. I still do. I mean, I know she is. I don't even have to think about it. She absolutely is. So yes, Aries, a seer. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So I'm going to tell you I love you because I do. And I thank you so much for spending this time with me. It's always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel so much. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And what else? No, I think that's it. So, yeah, Okay, there we go. With that, I will say, oh no, wait, if you want to leave a comment, yeah, if you want to leave a comment, I don't know. Maybe I said it, maybe I didn't. I'm already thinking about going to bed here in a minute. All right, so I love you, and we'll talk tomorrow, or not tomorrow. I didn't mean that. We'll talk in a few days. Although, you know what? I do mean it if you go and watch some of the other readings. Watch your other placements. And if you don't watch me, go over and watch my husband, Dove and Serpent Tarot. His name is Paul. You probably already know him. A lot of you have come over from his channel. So, yeah, I already know that guy. So yes, go check out his videos if you haven't, or go check out your other sign, placements, and then we will be talking tomorrow. So anyways, I love you. Take care of yourself, and good night.